Well, she learned leadership from her grandmother and is now carrying on that family legacy as president and CEO of the Latino Leadership Institute.
Joining us now is Joelle Martinez. And Joelle, you were a part of a series with another big advocate, is what I want to say, for the Latino community, Dr. Juliana Bordas, where you guys talk and discuss more about the power of women and Latinas in leadership. So thank you for being here. You're going to talk to us a little bit about that, but we also want to learn more about you as far as your family being here for generations and the contributions that you guys have made to the state.
Yeah, well, thank you for having us, and thank you to Dr. Juana Bordas for putting this series together. I'm a 9th generation Coloradan, and like many that share that story, we have generations of contributors, from those that have run in elected office to opened businesses to founded towns and everything in between, and it's something that I carry around with great pride.
And speaking of your family, your grandmother, Ramona Martinez,
yes.
She was the very first Latina to be the president of the Denver City Council. So you come from a strong legacy of Latinas. Talk to us about that.
So my grandmother was the first Latina president of the Denver City Council, and I remember when she was first signed in and the inauguration and being on the steps. It was a hot July day, and up there, Mayor Federico Peña was being inaugurated, my grandmother, and alongside Debbie Ortega, 2 Latinas, and actually Happy Haynes, so 3 Latinas. Yeah. And I just remember being young and thinking, anything's possible. We can aspire to be leaders at the highest levels, and that was a really important moment. But my grandmother served for 16 years in the Denver City Council, but it was the lesson on her final day that I think has inspired me and motivated me in the work. And she said, it's really important that we're the first. We have to have the courage to step into these positions of power, oftentimes when we are the only one. But it's equally important to make sure that we are not the last. And it's our job and obligation when we serve in those leadership roles to open that door, to hold out that seat, and make sure that others are following behind us. So someone who has inspired me, also kept me humble and grounded along the journey, but she, along with my entire family, has served to do that, both be my North Star and guide me, but also make sure that I always remember what's important.
It might be a difficult question, but if you can think about one thing about your heritage that, you hold most dear to your heart and also probably has helped you on your trajectory of leadership on your own path.
That's a hard one because there's so much about our culture and heritage that I carry so much pride and importance around. But I would say, community and family are at the center of it. I think that is just something, when you think Latino, you often think many people. And I find strength, hope, and inspiration in people. I find motivation in helping others and being around others. And nothing is more important than my family and family time. And you guard that, you hold that, you honor that, you treasure that. And that is something that I learned from my family, and I continue to make sure my kids know the importance of.
It's beautiful, the generational, I almost want to call it like a gift, right, that you're passing on. So talk to us about the Latino Leadership Institute. You're the CEO, you just celebrated 10 years. Why is the work so important to you and the impact that it has on the community?
So we talked a little bit about my grandmother, but I want to share my grandfather's influence on me as well. And when we were starting the Latino Leadership Institute 10 years ago, I didn't want to take the position. Like many Latinas, I had doubt. I didn't think I was qualified, good enough. Really didn't know why the other founders were looking towards me to lead this. And I went and I talked to my grandfather, and he told me, "Mija, you're going to do this." And he said, it's important that we understand that it's not going to be enough if we convince other organizations, other investors, that we belong, that we're ready if we don't believe it ourselves. And what a mirror to put up at that time. And so I called the other founders and I said, I'm in. And that has really been the foundation of our work, to help Latino professionals and entrepreneurs unlock their full potential, believe in themselves, build confidence, and at the same time convince every organization willing to listen that we are ready for that service.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Empowering story.
I
Thank
know.
you for taking the time and sharing with us. We do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
having me.